much. Right?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Well,
Okay.
unless
So
you're like, you can use it. Probably when I use it, get your attention. So
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
just-
we're good, and we are live now.
okay.
Let me just check my volume real quick, and then we'll just we'll get ready for departure.
If you want to join too, you can, Rick.
Oh yeah, I'm headed over to it.
Let's see,
You might have to send him the link to the stream.
Oh, I think I've got it though because I'm subscribed or following you from. It's the one that you do your vacation ones on, or is it a different? One?
So I have a vlog channel, and then I have like a IRL channel that doesn't have like the vlog suffix added to it. That's the one I'm doing it on.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board your F-14 flight. This is your captain, JAIS STEUER Here. Welcoming you on board today's flight. Today we're going to be flying to Toronto, and with non-stop service, we should get you there in about an hour, 40 minutes. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, and please pay attention to the safety video as it pops up. Today we're going to be flying to Toronto, and non-stop service, we should get you there in about an hour, 40 minutes. Please sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, and please pay attention to the safety video as it pops up.
Juliana ground, United 1223, heavy requesting the end of pushback. United 1223, heavy request to end pushback received.
Here comes somebody.
Juliana ground, United
Welcome aboard,
1223, heavy
and
with
thank
Alpha
you for
ready
choosing
to
Delta
on.
for 100 years and counting.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your back. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-on baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exit, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry.
Flight attendants, please clear the cabin for departure.
Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Cabin secure, copy.
Evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, light vest are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your drape table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Juliana ground, windward 3437 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR. Windward 3437 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 10 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
For the next 100 years?
Yeah, because Delta has been a thing. Delta's been an airline for 100 years now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, we are ready for takeoff.
Juliana Tower Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango, Charlie 14 ready for east departure at runway 10.
Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango, Charlie 14 wind 125 at 8. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango, Charlie 14. Tower Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango Charlie 14 frequency change. Approach Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango Charlie 14 is type 2 miles northeast of Juliana, 2,400 feet. Request flight following.
Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango Charlie 14 approach. Squawk 2371.
Squawk 2371 Tomcat 14 Foxtrot Tango Charlie 14.
Pretty smooth climb out now. Weather is looking good. Coming at a rate of 9,000 feet per minute. Alright, let's see what flight level I want to set today. Going to 38,000 feet. Hi. Sorry, I just peeked into the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are beginning to level off at our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. You are now free to use your personal electronic devices as long as they are set to airplane mode. Please feel free to relax and enjoy the flight with us. Snacks and beverages will be served momentarily. How are y'all doing today? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. How are you today, by the way? I don't know if I asked.
Doing good.
That's
Doing
good.
Having an enjoyable day off.
Yeah, same. Yesterday was kind of fun because I was working 2 shifts, but it was all really easy.
Oh, cool. Was it split shifts? So you had like time off in between?
Sorta. So essentially, I was working on 2 planes that were about an hour apart from each other. And so basically, the first one came in, we parked it, and we get stairs, belt loader, everything situated. And then by the time we grabbed the stairs off of the other plane was like 5 minutes out. So we essentially got it ready to go. We got the plane parked, got everything situated, and luckily we didn't have to clean any planes, so it was really just 2 teams arriving in, getting the luggage for it out, and then sending one of the planes back on the way. The other plane's gonna stay at the airport for about a week.
Oh. Does it have to get like refurbished or something like that?
So essentially, they said they're having problems with their APU, so it's essentially their backup generator when they're not using the engines in the sky. So if that doesn't work, they have to get an air start in order to start the engines.
Oh.
And it's not always fun using an air start because one of our line guys has to stand at least 10 feet away from a running engine.
Doesn't sound like a job I would want.
I mean, we've dealt with air starting before. It can be done safely if you know what you're doing. So yeah, it's just it's fun when we have to do it.
Does it? So I'm assuming that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with that very often, but we have had coincidences where like the APU doesn't start or whatever, and that isn't able to provide the capabilities needed to provide the amount of air needed to start the engine. But the interesting thing is using an air start helps start an engine much quicker than using the APU by itself. Because it's pushing quite a bit of air through those engines, which the APU can't do, but essentially with the air start, it essentially gets the aircraft engine started up about 20 seconds sooner than with the APU, because it's a diesel engine on the ground essentially, but it sucks in a bunch of air and whatnot. But honestly, it just sounds like a diesel that sounds like it's gonna run away, if you know what I mean, because of those turbo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've heard about, diesel turbos that just suddenly want to rev up a bunch, even though you're not putting any throttle, and you're like, oh shoot, that engine's about to run away.
I haven't encountered that myself.
Yeah, but but the way it sounds is also scary. But the air start, it is loud, really, really loud, almost as loud as the engine itself that it's powering.
Okay. And how do you learn to do these things?
Well, I mean, we have a well, we have like a maintenance, we have like a safety platform that we learn stuff on, and then I guess it's just like real world practice. Honestly, I would kind of be scared if I was the one that had to be 15 feet from a running engine disconnecting a connector that plugs into the fan port. I mean, a running engine is no joke.
Right, no, can't things get sucked into it?
Yeah, they can.
No.
Also, you want to know something interesting?
Yeah.
So, there was one time where I was working, and we had a 737 come in, and supposedly they dropped the landing gear, but I guess shortly after they dropped the landing gear, they hit an eagle. And then there was like blood from the eagle on the landing gear. Yeah, that was a fun time.
So at least it didn't damage the landing gear, right?
Yeah, no, the landing gear still works, but they had an inspector come out and inspect it, make sure everything's okay. But at least we don't get any like bird engine strikes over here. Otherwise that would be a bad day. Because it's funny. I'm not sure, but I have popped into frequency with an app, and they said that I've heard a couple of occasions where they said to see if there are any birds on short final or whatever, and or something like that. Yeah, it's
I didn't know if maybe there were some gizmos around the airport that made noises or did something to like frighten birds away from the area.
Yeah, I haven't really seen. Well, I have seen birds a couple of times fly over the airport, but I haven't seen any like countermeasures being used against birds flying near the airport.
I guess the instance I always think about that is Sully and the flight over the Hudson that landed in the Hudson because of the birds that were in the engine.
Yeah. But there was probably a flock of birds at like 1,000 feet, which obviously makes sense. Yeah. But both engines, that kind of sucks.
I always thought it would be cool to have a job kind of like Scruff's where, you fly around a lot to different parts of the country and do presentations and meet new people and whatever.
Yeah, it would be cool to like do one of those, and sometimes occasionally I get the thought about becoming a flight attendant. You make very good money with that, but you're just constantly traveling, you're constantly on call, and I don't know how much break time you get, but if I do get that and I am able to coordinate accordingly, I would try to reserve some times for conventions and family events.
Yeah. I have known people who did that, but they weren't like my closest friends, where I got to talk to them about all the ins and outs of the job or whatever. But it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, it does sound pretty cool, but like you're one of the main people that are responsible for hundreds of lives, on a metal tube that's pressurized. So that's the funny part right there.
Flying through the air.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think right now. But you know what's cool is last night I was talking to a Delta captain of the plane that came in came into our ramp, and I was talking to them, and they said that they had been working for Delta for 4 years after FlexJet. My dad's currently flying for FlexJet, which is kind of ironic.
Oh. That's cool.
But yeah, he apparently moved on to Delta from FlexJet, so I'll have to tell him that.
So is FlexJet like a regional
Yeah.
carrier? Regional?
It's kind of like a private regional, I'd say.
Okay.
But yeah, he said that he moved on from FlexJet in 2022, and I told them my dad joined FlexJet in 2024, and so said he's been flying for about 2 years and just got upgraded to captain. I think he said he was about to upgrade to captain at FlexJet, but then he moved on and applied to Delta. But I don't know if you heard, but like the 757 is a really powerful aircraft for its size. Like if you wanted to, you could load it full and do like 4,000, 5,000 feet per minute climb.
I guess I'm more familiar with the 747s. I guess I feel like I've flown on 747s in the past. My flying, my actual experience in flying is very limited. I flew to Florida once in like 1986, and I flew to, I flew back to North Carolina in like 2002. But then I flew to Florida in 2011. So I guess,
Yeah, not a lot of, I don't think there are any U.S. airlines that fly the 747 anymore. It's mainly European airlines like Lufthansa. Well, there's Lufthansa. I believe Korean Air has a 747, the Dash 800 variant, which initially was offered to Emirates, which is kind of ironic, but they went for the A380 instead because of the more seating and whatnot. Yeah, I've been on the A380, and I've actually been on the A380 in business class. So it's a funny story. So it's July 14th, 2019, and this is when France, where we were going to, was celebrating their Bastille Day, which is kind of like our Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
And so essentially, we go through security, customs, whatnot, and then we get to the gate, and then the gate is just decorated with like cupcakes and everything. And so I'm like, whoa, that is pretty cool. And being my friendly self, I interact with the staff. There's like, I get a bunch of cupcakes and whatnot, and waters. And then this was at least like 2 hours or so before boarding. And I'm just chilling. And then later on, the staff goes for a group photo, and so I'm just sitting in the background taking a photo. They actually invite me into the picture, and I had a feeling that something cool is going to happen, and it did. A few moments later, they brought my dad up to the front, and they were like, "Is that your son?" And he says, "Yeah." It says, "Okay, I have a proposition. So I won't be able to upgrade your entire group, but I have 2 business class tickets available that I'd be willing to give to you guys for free." And so I didn't know this at the time, but then they brought me up, and then they presented me and my dad 2 business class tickets worth $10,000 each.
Wow.
And this was 11 hours business class from San Francisco to Paris.
Wow, that is cool.
And it was the whole shebang. You got the lie back seats, hot towels, drinks before takeoff, all the good stuff.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
I know, and keep in mind, I was like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really fun time. And it was also a red eye, so do you think I slept? No. It's hard for me to sleep on planes. I don't know why.
So, shoes karaoke is open, but there's no shoe there. So I showed instances there. It opened at 5 like normal, but I don't have any friends there. Yeah, go into the groups. If you go to social,
Also, you want to know something funny, Connie?
Yeah.
So besides getting business class, I may or may not have made a little mistake. So I was wearing Birkenstocks, and we were planning on going like hiking and whatnot. So I had like $150 pair of shoes, and one of the bins in the area where I was, I placed the $150 shoes in there. And keep in mind, it was like 11 hours on the plane. I forgot it by the time I was already off the airplane. Like, sometimes I am quite forgetful. And I think that's when I started wearing Birkenstocks a lot.
I've ever actually owned a pair of name brand Birkenstocks. I've had some knockoff things, but I have issues with my feet and having support.
Yeah, I mean, you should try Birkenstocks. They're pretty good if you get the right size.
I'm excited to go to France one day. My friend that lives, one of my friends that lives in Texas is going to be moving back to France next spring. He's originally from there, so he spent like almost half of his life in France and then a little over half of his life here.
Yeah, I mean, what's also cool is... Yeah, what's also cool is I got to spend over a month in Italy. But this is when I was like 12 or something. This is like when I was 11 or 12.
What did you experience while you were there?
Well, it was quite a lot of fun. So initially it started out with a 4-day trip to Paris. We headed out to Venice, we went to Florence, Pisa, and then we skipped over to the tiny island of Sicily, and that's the island that we were on for a month. And so we got to do all sorts of things. We were on the beach, we got lots of pizza, and if you've ever had the pizza in Italy, it's really good. And then my dad, since he was in the Air Force, we actually got to stay on the air base over there. Which is kind of interesting, but yeah, it was really fun in general. We were on the beach every day, and then we had like a rental car, all the basic stuff, and the rental was also a stick. Yeah, I mean, I know in Europe things work differently there, but in Europe actually it's more expensive to get an automatic car than it is to get a manual.
Okay.
But yeah. And then other than that, so we were there for a month, and then after that we headed over to Athens, Greece, and then we skipped over to Paris, and then it was Paris direct to the United States back home. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that one, that was in 2016, that was one of the easiest, like, travel days back home from Europe. We have had worse. So apparently,
Yeah, with a lot of turbulence and stuff.
Sometimes there isn't, but turbulence doesn't really bother me. But anyways, in 2022, when we went to Paris again, we had a fun trip. We spent about 10 days there. So we stayed in France locally for 4 days. That's typically what we did. Like the 3 times we went to Paris is we stayed locally over there for 4 days, and then we would either go to like a different country, or in this case we would. And so what we did in 2022 after staying in France locally is the day before we headed out to like other parts of France, we decided to go to Disneyland Paris for 1 day. It's a little bit different than it is in Anaheim, but I kind of wish we would have gone for more than a day, because I definitely would have wanted to see more. There was a ride I wanted to ride while we were there, but the ride was closed that day, which is kind of unfortunate. So I definitely do want to go back to Disneyland Paris.
So Sister, what ride was it?
It was the Space Mountain one, the Hyperspace Mountain. But essentially, it's not like the normal Space Mountain. This one, I believe, actually starts with the launch, and then it goes upside down. No, I mean, like, I'm talking Disneyland Paris one will be different than it is at, like, Disneyland in Anaheim or even Disney World in Florida. Oh, and the Big Thunder Mountain is also interesting over there. And the Disneyland Paris is one of the only tower, and Disneyland Paris is one of the only original like Tower of Terror. So you know how Disney California Adventure had Tower of Terror, the the original theme based on the ride in the 90s back in Disney World at one time. So essentially, Disneyland Paris still has that, but after COVID, they changed it. So essentially, it's got this creepy holographic projection of this girl now, and the drops are more randomized than ever. Yeah.
Now, I've never ridden Tower of Terror. It doesn't just drop you once and that's it?
It goes through multiple drops, but I mean, it's really hard to tell now because both of the rides have changed. Like Disney California Adventure got Guardians of the Galaxy, and then while the Tower of Terror in Paris kept its theme originally, they have since changed it to this girl projection thing, and the drops are also randomized. But like Disney World, for example, you go to their Tower of Terror, and it's different because the computer randomly chooses a sequence of drops. So you never know which sequence you're going to get.
I didn't realize that.
But one of the cool things that they do have at Disneyland Paris is they have, what am I trying to think of now? they do have Pirates of the Caribbean, but it works differently. So like, you go to, I believe you go to like, so it starts with the climb, I guess, or no, wait, hold on. It starts, you go through the pirate scene, and then you drop or something. It's different than like Disneyland in California, but like, it's also different than Disney World. They also have like an Indiana Jones ride, but it's more of like a roller coaster. It does go upside down, but so it's not like the animatronic ride that you have at Disneyland, like in California. It's more like a thrill ride, essentially. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say, one of the cool things that they have there is they have like a Cars like tram ride, and so it kind of takes you through like Cars stuff, and they've got some cool like animatronic things or whatever.
They're doing a total refurbishment of one of my favorite rides in Disney World.
Oh yeah, which one?
Carousel of Progress.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Carousel of Progress. They shut it down to refurbish it. I was so afraid years ago they did something to it, and they talked about possibly getting rid of it, and I was so afraid that they would, because I just enjoy that one so much. But I'm glad to know that they're refurbishing it.
But they also have like a Ratatouille right there, which is pretty cool. The main street is like, so what's interesting is like the main street is just like really decorated at Disneyland Paris. That's one of the main things that I noticed. But what's interesting is when you go to the Haunted Mansion over there, it's different than both Disneyland and Disney World. And unlike Disneyland, which only has the Ghostly Box music soundtrack during Halloween, I believe the Disneyland Paris one has it year-round. Yeah, so the music box theme that you'd hear at Disneyland during the fall season, you'd hear that at Disneyland Paris practically any time of the year. And keep in mind, we went in like June.
You what? Oh, okay. Did you doze off just now?
But one cool thing that we did go to is we went to the Hyperion Cafe, and so essentially they had like a video player in there. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a massive theater and a cafe combined. And I got a burger with bacon on it. It was pretty good, actually. But one of the most interesting things... but one of the most interesting things, though, is the popcorn. So it's unlike the original popcorn where you have all this, like, sweet tasting stuff. Essentially, the popcorn stands, the way that they work is they have sweet and then they have salty. So it's one or the other, essentially.
I'd like some of each, please.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually do that, but it was like 30 euros for a popcorn bucket. 30 530 euros.
Whoa. 546.
That's like $45 USD.
That's a lot of money for popcorn, but I do love popcorn.
Well, I don't think like a single popcorn container is was like 6 euros, if I had to remember. But this was like 4 years ago, so this is kind of like a throwback for me.
Yep.
I mean, don't forget you're in France, so things are different here. We also went to the Lucky Nugget Saloon, or I guess I did, where I got a burger. But it was also like very sketchy because I didn't have service there. My parents wouldn't allow me to get service over there at the time. But there was like a situation where like my phone was not connecting to the Wi-Fi over there. And so I did have to turn on my cell service, but luckily everything turned out okay.
Father hated that for me because he was a bitch.
Movie starts at 7:30, so that's 12:30 your time.
Oh, we also went on RC Racer, and it kind of just like goes back and forth on like almost like a horseshoe. So you kind of get that up, down, up, down. That was fun.
Is that RC Racer like Toy Story?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And essentially it's just like a it's like you ride on the racer thing, and then you just go up and down and up and down. But we did get to go on Remy's Ratatouille adventure at Disneyland Paris.
I would like to think that the Ratatouille adventure ends with food.
Yeah, no, I don't think it did. But I believe there's like, I think there's like a cafe you could go to, if I had to say.
Okay, that would be.
But overall, I enjoyed my time at Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe you can get tickets for like 70 euros or something.
Someday maybe. I'll have to ask Francois how far he lives away from Paris. I think it's just a few hours.
Yeah, so since we stayed like outside of downtown Paris, I'd say it was roughly like a 35 minute drive for us. But it was kind of funny because like I was sitting in me and my family were in the Uber, and I look over at the phone that the Uber driver has, and I see his speedometer reading 140 kilometers, and I'm like, oh, this guy's going pretty fast. Like, dude's going 140 and he's in a van. You gotta admit, 140 kilometers in a van is kind of impressive.
Got what at work? Oh dear. So he was stuck in the warehouse all night? Oh. All the time, I guess. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's raining in Toronto.
Oh, dang.
Some, it also says that there's an 80% chance of storms today.
Oh.
Ooh.
So it might not be quite as smooth sailing as you expected.
Only one way to find out. Oh, Clowny, one of the other cool things about Disneyland Paris when we went is they had like a firework drone show. So they had like a drone show or something, and then they had like fireworks. But essentially, like, they had to do the show pretty late, you know, because of how late the sun sets over there. Because the sun sets at like 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sets pretty late over there because it's like so north of the hemisphere that it takes longer for the edge of the sun's shadow to crease over that part of the crease over that part of the world. So France has like a late sunset. Like,
does that mean that the sun rises later too?
let me see. Can I use a Russian keyboard, please? There we go. Paris, Francia. Yeah, the sun sets at like 9:30. Sunrise is at 6:18. So 6:18 in the morning to 9:30 at night. So they get like 14 to 15 hours of sunlight daily. Right about now.
Yep.
I'll stay with you, Sasha.
Alright, you're going to, are you going?
I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. But the castle looks a little bit different than it does at like normal Disneyland, either Disneyland or Disney World, because it has like it almost kind of looks like Tangled's tower, you know.
Yeah.
Alright. I will see you around. Have an enjoyable screen time.
Yep.
Cute.
Captain Team Foxtrot Tango, Charlie 14 flight level tree 80.
Booster boat. Oh, shoot. Oh no.
Anyone else still here?
I am.
Alright.
I'm still here, bud.
Just check in. Where? Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Portal?
No, the classic.
Oh. Oh, they're one of my friends. Oh, hold on. Hello? We're on the boat.
I guess we'll go. I'm still here, Sasha.
Alright.
I'm gonna try fishing.
Okay. Hello. Wait, what's going on? Okay.
Reports, extra.
Alright, they're back there?
We're back.
Okay.
You can...
Alright. Alright.
Possible. Anything like this way. Anything went up this way.
Hello. They went up that way?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. I'll probably just chill down here.
I'm seeing down here too, but I'm not. I was letting you know. Are you talking about classical area rule? You might be up there.
We're getting pretty close to Toronto now.
Nice.
you haven't done the have you done the thing to get access to the volcano?
Because of volcano and they have everything.
That's okay. Are you in the volcano yet?
Yes, I already did the volcano.
Okay. Did you get the quest to get into the pyramid?
No.
Okay, you got to talk to the pink person here with the little goggles.
Also, hi, Clowny.
They're over here.
Hi, Clowny. Hello?
Yeah.
Wait, did you just disappear or what just happened?
I went around it.
That was funny. Also, Clowny. I'm just about to start my landing, so I don't know if they're still popped in.
Oh yeah, I'm still in the stream.
Alright. Just making sure.
To him about the ice and having scrap metal and stuff.
Look in your inventory thing. Look in your thing and see if you have a quest. Enter the pyramid. I think that's what it's called.
I have Jingles down, Northern District, a temple now. You need to fly the break-in. Let's see. I'm so focused.
Oh, the break-in. Yeah, the break-in. That's what you need.
So I need to catch a much quicker and then guppy.
You already have the bounfish?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright, that's easy enough. Oh, there we go. Now I see it again.
So I'm going to go to the volcano.
Yeah, you gotta go to the volcano, and you gotta go to Tanglewood. The mud skipper is the new fish in Tanglewood, and the flame guppy is in Tanglewood. Is in the volcano. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the volcano.
Do you want to chill with me now, Clowny?
Yeah.
Sounds good. This is going to be a fun approach.
Now, are we able to see the airport?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
And this cabin crew sucks.
Yeah. So essentially, in just like a minute or two, we're going to be beginning our approach, starting our descent, and then after we get lined up with the runway, that will be our final approach, and then by then we should be able to see the airport.
Cool.
Looks like it is a little turbulent up here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are just a few moments from beginning our descent into the Toronto area. Weather is currently looking at 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with cloudy skies currently expected. Please remain safe with your seatbelt fastened throughout this time, and make sure that your tray tables and seats are in their full upright stowed positions as we prepare for descent. Thank you. Cabin crew secure, copy that. Our flight attendants will be coming back momentarily to gather any trash. Please pass that up to our flight attendants so we can get that disposed of properly. Thank you. You guys ready?
Yep, cabin crew secure.
Wait, what?
Cabin crew secure. Good to
Cabin crew secure, good to go. Currently looking at 140 degrees of wind at 6 knots. And here we go, guys. Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your hats.
I'm holding on to the straps.
Strap secure, everyone. Oh?
Sit back in your seat, Cookie. You're not supposed to move around the cabin.
We're beginning our descent now. Afterburners cut off.
Oh, it's the wizard. Okay, let me. You know a faster way to get to the volcano. Father, follow me. You're going with me. I'm gonna need your assistance.
Oh no, we're working on the descent.
You two are passengers. But like, get back
Yep.
to your seat. Fasten your seats. Strap up.
Yeah, unruly passengers.
Oop, looks like we're going to be going through some clouds. That'll be fun.
Ooh, that is thick cloud cover.
Yep. And keep in mind, we're only at 20,000 feet.
Ooh.
Things might get a little hectic up here.
On the VFR map, all the planes around the airport, are they circling or are they on the ground, or does that only show aircraft in the
Well, so these airplanes here are on the ground, and then these are getting ready to land, or I guess taking off from the airport. You'll see what I mean in a second, yeah. Just like the scattered dots, those are planes on the ground, and then the dots that are like the planes that are circling the airport, you'll see that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be following in on approach to 24 right.
Get back in your seat, Wolf.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Oh. Oh.
Soft shell is in the swamp.
Here goes Ramona.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cookie, make sure you're strapped in. So it's like you're in the bathroom, and you're stuck there.
Better hold on to something.
No, on the plane. Hold on to some. It might get a little bumpy.
Hello. There he is.
We are beginning we're descending.
Okay.
So
I don't know what they're
keep
saying.
this being under wraps. Keep this being under wraps in the seat.
I don't know what that means.
It means we're coming down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Toronto. Weather is looking partly cloudy at this time.
I'll be back. That's it.
I got everything.
Yay! Alright, now you gotta talk to the pink guy again.
I talked to him.
Mm-hmm. You talk to him, and then he tells you to press the red button.
Okay.
And then you press the red button.
Rick, so I went to go get the chest out there by the ice wall. I died because I drowned.
Oh,
I'm not going back out there.
But at least you saw
in
where
the
it
seat,
was.
front seat, one of the front seats. We'll just say nightshades in one of the front seats.
Open.
Yay! And you gotta talk to the pink guy again. Make sure you get the thing that says you completed the quest.
Okay.
Was the chest in the water, or was that on the actual ice?
It's in the ship. So you
There's a
go...
ship. I didn't see a ship.
Oh crap. Okay.
Alright, it's complete. Yay!
Yay! So, there's a ship. So you follow the compass out there, and then we got to the ice wall, and I didn't see it. And so I went to the right, and I didn't see it. And then I was like, okay, so we turned around and we went to the left. And then we found it. And so it's a sunken pirate ship. Yeah. Well-ish, you know. Depending on, you know, exactly what direction and if you were shifted any while you were traveling and all that stuff. But it's very noticeable, right? Like part of the mast sticks
Landing
out
gear
of the
down.
water, part of the ship sticks
Brakes
out of
deployed.
the water.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Costco.
I'm sorry.
We're descending into Toronto.
Where the weather is currently cloudy.
Probably gonna go in.
Okay. It's beautiful. There's more quests to get in there.
Okay.
So you'll see the ship is broken in half,
Okay.
and the chest is in the middle of the back half, not the half that has the crow's nest and the mast on it. The other half.
Okay.
So you dive down into that. So you'll like park your boat near it, and then dive down into it, and you'll see it right there. And it's pretty easy to get to, and all you have to do is touch it, and then when you come back, you go right to the woman, the crafting woman on the boat, and she'll trade you the chest for the blueprints.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah. I'm just not going back there right now. That took me like 5 minutes to get out there. So I'm like, I'll do that another day.
It does. I mean, you know it's going to be there, right? So it's not like it's going anywhere.
Field in sight.
So I'm in no rush. And I don't have the money for it, but blueprint anyway, so to build it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Looks like I got a little bit of a crosswind coming in here.
So do I need to buy something for the wizards or something?
Oh, no, the the lady at the shop right outside the door to the wizard in there.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toronto, where the local time is 1840. Hope you enjoyed your flight with us today, and we thank you for flying on board with us. Please be careful in grabbing some of your personal belongings, as some of the belongings may have shifted while in flight. You're now free to use your personal electronic devices, whether in airplane mode or not. You are actually right on time. We will be arriving on the gate in just a few minutes, so please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we have reached the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. Thank you.
Is he really on the plane right now?
I'm flying a flight
That was
sim.
a very smooth flight. He's streaming a flight simulator on YouTube.
It was actually pretty smooth up until the end on short final.
That looked very good. Yes. And you sounded great.
Yep. Always good to have confidence when you're a pilot.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm making a history right here yesterday.
Yeah?
About Astrolama.
What about
He
Astro?
friended me. He friended me.
Oh. Yeah. Were you guys not friends before?
He wants to take some time before
Ah, yeah.
he trusted
He does
me.
do that. Yeah, he does do that.
But I'm making history, man. I'm making history.
Oh, Shade's up there. Guess what? Guess what Shade does? Shade
What?
works overnights doing the dairy. I think did he just say dairy? Yeah, dairy stuff at Walmart. Stocking.
Let me get out my cow jokes on.
Done. Yep. I'm gonna wrap up the live stream. Thank you guys for popping in, and catch you guys on the next one.